Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to AMJ Junkies 2E. No I. How we doing? 3, 2.
What's going on, guys? This is another AMJ pod. We are the AMJ Junkies. This is Knox, aka Noxus FX, co-host.
It's your boy KC Silverback, aka Curves. We back and we never left.
It's your boy Uno, aka Bad Liar. I'm here for a long time, not a good time.
I love that one. And last, but never least, fourth seat, the producer, Benji Motosan.
Yo, what is up, you guys?
Hey.
Man came with so much energy. We all got.
I know. I was like, I gotta come
in.
in. I'm like, what's going on right now?
You know,
Super hype.
Listen,
We got a lot of things going on.
tired. We've been working, guys. There's a lot of shit going on. A lot of good things, man.
Oh, speaking of good things.
Yeah. There you go.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if you guys
Hell
are looking
yeah.
at the socials. You got the Charizard challenge going on. A lot of good things. Doing a lot of collabs. We'll talk about it.
What's the collab?
No, listen.
What's the challenge, Fred?
I don't want to tell you guys. You guys see that little? That's why we have that there. Head to the Animania Junkies podcast Instagram or our Parallel Graphics Instagram, our sponsor, and find out.
Like that.
That's how I feel it. That's how I feel about it. We're gonna have to put that thing to work, right?
I feel that.
Come
I
on
feel
now.
that.
Oh,
Hell
okay,
yeah.
cool, whatever.
Listen.
Type shit.
Type shit. We got listen, we're tired. We're talking about stuff. We got things going on. But today we're talking about Pokemon.
Gotta catch 'em all.
I tried to catch them
Ooh,
all.
You're my best friend.
Yes, sir. You know what? Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are happy. I'm gonna catch them off guard. So both of you guys, I got beef with both of you guys. Brad, the last podcast that we had was right before I went to get my Switch. I got my Switch. We never battled. Never. This guy. Yeah. You can get his face.
We battled though.
Oh yeah, we battled. And he loved battling me when he was beating my ass. But then when I built a team that completely decimated,
It wasn't complete decimation. I can stand on 10 toes.
you
on
know
that.
what? I know I can respect you at least trying to defend yourself.
I can stand
I thought you were
on
gonna
10
try to
toes on
fight
that.
back on that one a little bit, dog. What happened, bro? We were supposed to duel, bro.
I do it a
Or
different way
battle.
though. We talked. I don't do I'm not trying to what you do is you look at all the top tiers and you look at the top tier.
That's
Pokemon,
how you play.
and then you'll get those Pokemon.
But that's not true.
But that's not who I
that's
would
not
run
true.
through the game with because I want to play with Pokemon I like. I might
The
go with like
Sis-
a level 90 Eevee or something like that. Like I might play.
What? I got a Sylveon. Shout out Sylveon. There's a huge Eevee.
I love Sylveon. I've been
fire.
told you about Sylveon.
Sylveon's nice. Oh, here he go with the
No, not that. Listen, the Scyther I caught, the Sizzler that I have is the same. I didn't go do none of that. That's not what I did. Dragonite. I've always loved Dragonite.
Yeah, Fred's
I've always loved Dragonite. Always loved Gengar.
Good thing he's
Always-
double S rank.
I didn't know that going into it. I knew nothing. I just jumped into that. Don't blame me. It's this guy that started that.
How did I start it?
We need it, bro. Ben, you too, bro. I have smoke for you too.
Yeah, no, I was waiting for it to
I
come
kept
over
my
here.
word.
Yeah, we were all in the chat.
I kept my word. I battled.
What happened?
I
to-
would-
what
beat
I
you
started
with the-
playing.
I
I
went to-
did start
I went
playing.
to
happened with the
game?
types though?
Huh?
Man,
I have my
I said I just-
full squad of types. Fire
We
and
all
rock.
agreed. Hold on. We
I
all
was-
collectively agreed
Yeah, we
after
did.
we did that it's just fuck it. You guys train up, get whoever you want. You remember,
I was.
and then we're gonna do battle. I keep saying duel.
Yeah,
because
but you did
Yu-Gi-Oh!
it the
still
way I
got a
didn't
deck.
like, so I didn't want to play no more.
How? Yeah. Because I said that's how you play it. That's how you play it.
That's how you play online. I'm talking about as you go through the thing. Before you knew about rankings, what Pokemon would you have seen and say that's dope? That I
does it
want.
Bro,
matter?
half
What's
of the
the
Pokemon,
difference?
half
What's
of the
the
Pokemon I
difference?
had, half of the
To
Pokemon
play
that
the
I
meta?
use are the ones that
Yeah.
I was always gonna use.
What do you mean?
I hate it.
To play against the meta?
It's
So-
like to me, it's like those people who look up builds on Elden Ring and then build that build and then
That's
go
the
through
only
the
way-
game easy.
What do you mean?
That's the only way to. How are you playing video games, Brad?
I play, but I pick the moves I like, and then I add them, and I'll make a character. Like if I want to make like a Dark Knight,
That's cool. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But
to me, because it's my customization.
But why?
But you have to be
why
ready.
be mad at people for wanting to play?
Because you followed
a different
another
way?
man's ideas.
It's not. That's the game, bro.
I don't like it.
Okay. Here we go.
I don't understand that.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
But when you play hero shooters and when you go play shooter whatever, and there's a meta, you move towards the meta in a shooter though, right?
I play with Moon Knight. That's not the meta.
Are you kidding me?
He's rank B.
Moon Knight?
It's rank B.
Listen.
They nerfed him. He's rank B.
He's
in the middle.
In season 2?
In season 1.
Season 1 what?
They moved him
1.5?
up.
Moon Knight is still cheese, bro. Don't let nobody. What are you talking about? Moon Knight's still cheese.
I'm telling you, we're
got
getting off
nerfed.
topic, but he got nerfed, but he's not meta.
It's the same
I was
thing.
using Penny. Like when she wasn't meta.
So was I.
So what I'm saying is she wasn't meta, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I use who I like.
So do I.
I'm one of those people, like if somebody says Thor is like low class, I'm going to be the best Thor that you've ever saw. And you're like, oh, he's nice.
Well, I don't just like the Pokemon that I've the starting 6. I love those guys.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't-
Sure.
Shinies and
I don't mind
and
shinies.
whatnot. Shinies are cool.
I'm just saying, like, all right, so me, I don't like certain Pokemon. So you'll never see me, and like, I want my team to look a certain way. Like, I could never have a bunch of gigantic Pokemon on one team.
No, you
because to
can't.
me, it's not aesthetically pleasing.
But like I
But
love
you can't do that
Blaziken. Blaziken's outside of the meta. He's like a low tier in the meta.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
You
low
can get
tier in
away
there.
with them though.
No.
Yeah, you can
They
get away
love
with it.
yo
He's not low
Blaziken.
tier.
Blaziken is
He's
so
on
cheese.
wait, what I'm saying is he's in the tier list.
No, I check the tier list all the time, and
but it's like he's at like B or C.
Hold on.
so the same argument you had with Moon Knight. That Moon Knight is not meta, and you
I
said
didn't say
Moon Knight.
Moon
No, I'm
Knight. I
saying
didn't-
him. I'm saying
yeah.
Brad. You said Moon Knight is B, and you just said that Blaziken is B or C. That's not meta. You just said that's not
There's
meta.
only like,
No, that is meta though.
but
That's still
there's meta
But I'm
because
saying
there's
he
a
just
thousand.
said
I know what you're saying.
No, but there's 1,000 Pokemon. So out of them, he's 40. He's in the top 40. That means he's in like the
that
96th
that actually
percentile.
makes a lot of
how
Pokemon.
many characters are in Marvel Rivals?
Like 20.
So if you're B ranking Marvel Rivals, what does that mean?
No, I'm.
The percentile is much
He got
different.
me.
The percentile is much different.
I'm not ready for the math. Listen, you guys want to be upset? You guys want to be upset? Do you guys know the water Pokemon in Scarlet Violet? The starter water Pokemon.
Yeah.
What's your name,
Quaxocoatl?
brother? He's that Pokemon right there is the reason why I took Pokemon to another level,
Did he lay hands on you?
bro.
In the water village? In the water
Bend over
village? he
here,
lay-
bend over here.
All right. So
Every round.
hit it.
Oh, the little dance,
And then the speed goes up.
Let me tell you something. Can you camera on me? Let me
Bro,
tell
you let 3 turns go by, bro. It's over.
But he's a fake
Camera on me.
Blaziken. He's a fake
Camera on me.
Blaziken.
That
He's a
happened
fake
to me the
Blaziken.
first time, my first playthrough. He laid hands upon
Can
me.
I tell you
Oh,
something?
Lord.
He's a fake Blaziken.
Yes, but luckily, I switched my whole team around. I started my Thunder Pokemon last. I was like, you were
I
not
switched
about to play.
nothing.
Nah, he wasn't about to do me like
I didn't
that.
have to. I didn't have to fight that.
I
I,
got-
had to fight Masquerade.
I caught me Ambrios.
Yeah, because I went for Koku.
Masquerade.
I went Masquerade. That's the only real answer.
Masquerade,
for
but
Koku.
Masquerade got kicked out of my starting 6.
Really?
Yeah, Masquerade's not my starting
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of fuck with Skeldridge like big
I
time.
hated it in the beginning when I was playing. Brad, listen, the junior engineer that's in here, he knows when I had that shit on my freaking flat screen in cursive. Skeldridge, he'll hit me with that. What is that move called? You know what I'm talking about.
With the
It looks like an
Which
arrow.
one? I can't remember off the top of my head right now.
Bro, he'll hit me with that one hit.
Oh, the song, Fire Song or some shit like that.
Bro,
yeah,
that's-
to increase all the
No, that was the noise. You know how the Pokemon make a noise?
Yeah,
that
but I'm saying that move like increases all the fire stats.
Bro,
Yeah.
I hated him, bro. Like that's another
That's good.
person. That's another Pokemon.
shit was kinda fire.
He's like a low key, like a top tier tank. Like
He was in the meta and they took him out.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he is still in the meta technically. He's like C.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like a C.
I haven't taken a look in a while.
Were there
Yeah.
any
Because you guys
trainers
killed
in
me,
any
bro.
Pokemon game that really like you had to like plot against or like it really like grinded your gears in any game?
Bro, I played so many. It's like a blood.
Bro, the elite,
honestly,
the elite.
Oh yeah, it's always the Elite Four.
It's always the Elite
But the
Four,
Elite
bro.
Four, I always
Totally
made
Elite
sure.
Four.
I'm not gonna lie. I always made sure I had like a very balanced crew to be able to deal with. To be, you know how you have super effective. So I always made sure I trained every Pokemon that I had that they can, if they had a super effective against a certain type, I can use them for a full run through of the Elite Four, or like I had a backup just in case that one got taken out. And I always kept revive, super potions, hyper. You can work around Elite Four.
I've never had an issue in the Elite Four play. Like the Elite Four was always the end point, but it was always one trainer in every game who gave me like a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
The one that took me the longest, probably the leader in Ekritique Village, and Silver, and Gold, and Crystal, the Ghost dude.
Oh yeah.
Some of those older games, yeah, I can say that.
You don't have so much to work with.
Yeah.
He was tough.
You don't know because you're a kid. You don't know what meta means. What
Yeah.
The internet wasn't really strong back then.
Can
so
I
you
tell you
couldn't
guys?
go look it up.
Can I tell you something? Like you say, you don't know, bro. I was like a couple months, years old when I found out how you're really supposed to play Pokemon, like the video game. Like when I found out about the EVs and the IVs and like what you're supposed to do with the bottle caps and all that, the hyper train, like, bro,
that was a few months ago for us.
Bro.
Yeah.
I
didn't
know that.
I knew of Eevee and Ivy, but I didn't know like the actual like process to
how to go up. I had to know if you're doing it properly.
Yeah.
That
That's
shit
what
took
I
me
was
a minute
telling
to,
y'all.
bro.
When I was like, I had already maxed everybody out.
I remember,
And I was
but
like-
we had no idea what you were talking about.
we were just finessing.
We were finessing. I would catch a Pokemon that I liked, just like how you said I caught a Pokemon. They were strictly like if it was cool or whatever, and that's why I always had a hard time with the Elite Four and whatever. This last Pokemon, Scarlet and Violet, the way I played, I got to Elite Four, and it's like I soloed all of them. One, they give you health after you beat them, which was I kind of didn't like that.
Yeah, it gave you a little
It
hint.
gave you a point.
yeah.
I didn't like that.
That knocks
I didn't
out
like
I
that.
didn't
like-
need that.
I did not like that.
I didn't need
Make
it.
me go through the grind.
I didn't need it.
Because my Pokemon were so strong. The move sets, like I didn't know how to pair the moves. Like I didn't even know that was a thing.
Did you like the shared XP?
overtrained.
The what?
The shared XP?
I
like
love.
that.
I actually love
No.
that. I
Well,
love
I was
it.
gonna say,
I
well,
love
my
it.
whole thing with that is like I was
loved
like,
it.
Wait,
'cause
that was never. That
That's-
wasn't a
No,
thing.
because
No.
remember you.
Oh yeah.
you would
have to
have
put it on
get,
specific
You gotta
Pokemon.
go get
Yeah.
share XP.
exactly the crown, right? The crown, yeah.
I
Yeah.
farmed.
Yeah. I
Scarlet
ate off that
and
shit.
Violet,
I ate off that
bro.
shit.
The one thing I wish they did,
I loved it.
Dude, I like how it's open roam. I think that's cool, but I think they should have they should bring back like Team Rockets and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Additionally, you should have quests that bar you from going to other places. Like,
But they had that.
Yeah, they had like that the
But they were a
You can
fake
pretty
team,
much
and they
go
weren't even
everywhere.
really. There was no suspense. Team Rocket made you feel a little suspense. Who was
Like
the other
what-
one? Team
they,
Cos.
they would stop you
Galactic
from
and
going
shit like that,
somewhere.
Yeah.
They would
I
stop
think
you from
There was
going.
tense. Like
Yeah.
I felt tense every time I pulled up to those the hideouts.
And they just pulled up like,
Yeah,
hey, where you
bro.
going?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
kid, where you
But-
going?
Exactly.
By the second hideout in Scarlet and Violet,
Yeah.
I knew exactly what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And they're gonna tell me a sad ass story, and I'm be sitting there 4:00 in the morning like this. I'm like, I might switch.
dog, just hurry up.
I can. Okay, so I didn't like that. I can agree with that a little bit.
That's
now
what I'm
I'm thinking
saying.
about because like when I went
I
back
didn't like
playing
that.
it was like okay, I'm playing a bunch of kids who
There's
didn't
no
like being
fear.
in school.
There's no.
Yeah.
They just like, oh, we got bullied, so now we made it. I was like, cool. You guys stood up to the bullies and made your own crew, but I wanted like a real team that was trying to like destroy
Bring
the
back
world.
Team Aqua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring
I
back
wanna
like
see-
Yeah,
Team
Team
Bro,
Magma,
they're trying to
Team
bring
Magma
they're trying to
shit.
bring Groudon and what's it called back. Like we're like, oh yo, I'm trying to save the
Kyogre.
world
They're
on
trying
this
to
shit.
Kyogre,
Exactly.
yeah.
And then the big bad in the thing is like not even really a big in working with you. I'm like, bro, come
It was a
on.
bully kid. It was
And
a bunch
then
of
once
bully
they
kids.
hit that song, bro,
But the bullied kid aspect is like a redeemable hero thing.
Even that, like the legendaries, like you don't see a legendary to the very end. I was like, why? Like after you already beat like the Elite Four. I didn't like that. Like give me like the tease of the legendary in the beginning where you see like Suicune running away.
yeah, yes, yeah, like
Yeah.
I feel like they got away
The
from a lot of
story.
that.
Give me the
So,
story.
so a big thing I think that's been going on in
Titan
Pokemon
stuff.
because they have such a hold on like battle monsters and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. They kind of just put shit out and they know people are gonna buy it.
Yes. So
there was no competitor until Power World kind of came around. So I'm hoping now with ZA, all the stuff that we've been seeing, that Power World like kind of like push them like, hey, we gotta
start
put
working
something out.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
I heard that like the best ranked game that they ever put out was that gold, silver, and crystal.
100%.
Oh, that was beautiful.
100%.
So I think
Masterpiece.
they said they're bringing that back and they're gonna do a version of that in the Switch.
That would be fire with Mega Evolutions.
Possibly.
like new style. Okay, so there's two
So
things I
like
want
we could get like a Mega Typhlosion, Mega Feraligatr.
That would
Mega
be fire. But
Meganium.
everyone doesn't get, like, they don't always get them. Like,
What do you
everyone
mean?
doesn't get the
I get it.
Mega-
Starters
yeah.
always get
Oh,
it.
my
That's true.
Tyranitar back.
But when was the
They
last time
can't make.
Typhlosion was a?
They cannot
Oh, yeah.
make a Mega Tyranitar.
There is one.
They did make.
Yeah,
There was a
they
Mega
did.
Tyranitar.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, I'm fucked up.
Yeah,
then.
fire removed. Listen, this is what I want to say. Scarlet and Violet. I know it sounded like I was trashing the game.
Yeah.
On the other side of that coin, the fact that I learned how to play Pokemon for real, and was able to actually go online and go through the seasons and actually understand, and that they had the raids, you can get the Pokemon.
Oh, I love the raids.
I
love the raids.
and the terrorization, or I don't know if I'm saying that properly, but
Yeah.
for them to have the fact that you can completely, like, you can Uno reverse, like, oh, I got him, and then next day terrorize, and now they're you know what I mean? And then you don't know, because we're so far into Pokemon now, you don't know what kind of attack they know.
So the Terralize, I was upset that there was no more Mega Evolution because Mega Evolution was so cool.
Yeah.
But then when I looked at the actual like PvP aspect of Terralize, it brought a whole new element to Pokemon.
And that's different from Dynamax, right?
Yep,
That's a
those are
whole-
all they're their
Gigantamax?
own.
Different.
Yeah, they're their own different type of like power up, I guess, for the Pokemon.
Could-
What was the first one? It was the Mega.
Mega.
Yeah.
It was Mega.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
think
thought it
so.
was Z-moves, right?
Oh yeah, Z-moves technically was the first thing.
I think they can do Z-moves in the next one too.
So they're bringing back everything in ZA.
They're trying to get it back. Well, I love that. With that being what I was saying, I think Scarlet and Violet, that was my favorite playthrough. I won't say it was the best, but it was my favorite. I enjoyed how some of the battles felt like how it's supposed to feel like, where you can move it around, you can see you're in the middle or whatever. Then some were like an actual bat, like they still made you feel like the regular Pokemon. Like, I enjoyed that, bro. I think it was
My favorite. What was the Pokemon?
Black and White.
For Mega Evolutions?
I don't know.
Was it the Sun and Moon?
Yes. No. Sun and Moon was
Z-moves?
Black and White was Z moves, I believe. So, if I'm thinking of this correctly, so
Did you guys
what was Mega Evolutions?
Go ahead, Ben.
I was gonna say, did you like the transportation aspect of Scarlet and Violet? Like,
No.
Really? I loved it.
no, I'm curious, like how it like evolved. Like you would be able to then
what
climb
was
up
Mega
things.
Evolution?
Yeah. I loved it.
I thought it was interesting how they kind of is a whole new aspect, right? Something we never seen before.
Correct. So look, I think they got away from a lot of what made us fall in love with the game Pokemon, but the stuff that they added to it, and like the actual knowledge of how you're supposed to play the game, it makes it really, bro. Pokemon is Pokemon. It's a titan, bro. You can nitpick, well, it's still an amazing game. There's people that are spending more money on dog shit games, like, and they're constantly doing it.
It was X and Y.
X and Y.
X and Y.
Good game.
Bro, you know
X
what?
and
It
Y was
kind of just
when they
made
brought
me
back.
like talking to you, just thinking
Yeah.
about it, like almost like Spiral. Remember Spiral?
Oh, Spyro the
Dragon?
Yeah.
Of course, bro.
Fire game.
But do you remember like how that open world and you're like it was similar?
Yeah.
You know, in the
Yep,
sense of
yep,
like
yep.
kind of that was how I thought it. Like riding the Pokemon. It was like
Oh, I know what you
You
mean.
see what
I
I'm
know
saying?
exactly. Like the
gliding,
movement.
like,
Yes.
yeah.
The feel. It felt. Yeah.
Riding the
That's a good.
Pokemon was fire. I think riding the Pokemon was lit.
Bro.
I didn't mind that. It's just when they started turning into like bicycles, that threw me. That threw me.
So you had Violet.
No, I had Scarlet. My cousin had Violet, and I saw him ride it with me, and I was like,
That's weird. See, I didn't like that either. Mine.
him running. That
Coyote
wasn't
or
a problem, by the way. It's just the fact that he turned like they had Pokemon who turn into washer and dryers now, and I turn into bikes. I'm like, so you telling me my toaster's a Pokemon?
And then your smartphone is it's your Pokedex.
Yeah.
The Rotom.
And Rotom is an artificial Pokemon. Yo,
Yeah.
they took this shit somewhere else, bro.
Bugging.
But
Are they
Okay.
bugging?
Yes.
You gotta evolve, bro. You gotta.
What is your least favorite Pokemon you ever played?
least favorite. I don't know.
That's a tough one.
After replaying this one, and not to say it was a bad game because I loved every Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think this was my least favorite.
Really?
Only because the second playthrough was too easy. Like once you know everything in this one, it doesn't like. Crystal was so hard because you had to go into caves and you had to get like certain HM moves before.
Yeah.
I think because a lot of people have gripes about like how hard it was cave diving in the older games and
Bro.
and like
Bro, that shit-
surfing and stuff like
It was
that.
a different
Escape
world.
rope?
They-
Yeah.
Escape rope? Like that-
Zubat.
If you didn't
Bro,
have an
that
escape rope,
actually, low key, that bringing that up, bro, like that gave me anxiety. Like when I was
Yes.
going around,
Yes.
and like, bro, I remember like talking to my mom, being like, "Hey, I gotta get out of this. I can't talk to you right now. I gotta get out of this."
Ben, can I tell you something?
That's real.
Hearing that just now
That's real.
gave me anxiety.
Bro, I like, was like, I
That's a
don't,
fact. That's a
like,
fact.
there was no way to see.
Yeah,
We had
We
no-
had to use Flash.
Yeah.
But Flash
Flash.
is such a stupid move to have. I would sometimes
exactly.
ignore it. Can we talk about the fact that you had to add those stupid moves to
Yes.
your core team?
Listen, cut,
And you can't get rid of them.
cut. The
Yeah.
only really
Couldn't get
good
rid of
moves
it. Yeah,
were
that's
fly
another
and,
thing.
and surf.
Which
Yes.
was which
Dig was okay.
Yeah, dig was okay.
Which was
But it wasn't
another
it wasn't
move,
HM.
which was another thing that I say about the game that I loved.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that. That was a gripe. And that is one thing I will tell you guys right now. I was upset because I'm sitting there watching Pokemon and these niggas using all types of moves.
Yeah.
They're using, I count, that's, okay, he's Thunder, he's this, he's Spark, he's Iron Tail, he's Tackle, he's Bite, what the heck?
Why can I use it for?
Where's cut?
Where's Cut? I never seen Ash have to use any of those goddamn things. Why do I have to do
What
it?
was the other move? Flash was
Strength?
what was it? Yeah, strength.
Strength. Rock Smash.
Whirlpool?
You had
Oh
to do
my
Rock
God.
Smash when it was
Waterfall?
dark.
When a waterfall was useful.
Or
Come on.
dive was pretty cool too.
That was dope.
Dive was
nice.
cool. Like
Yeah,
I
but
remember.
dive was just a
It was
water
weaker.
version
It
of
was
dig.
weak.
But
It was
do you
weak.
remember when was it Sapphire? Was it Sapphire where you went to that one town and you had to dive under to get to?
Yeah,
you know
I
what I'm
believe
saying?
so.
Yeah, I can't remember what.
That was like the last gym.
Yeah, last gym.
Because you
It-
get you got to get
God.
dive right before the last gym.
Yes, yeah.
Listen,
That's when you fought Wallace.
crazy.
Yeah.
you know the worst part about all those abilities
Yeah.
that you know you're gonna need? They made you spend time in the shit without it for
Yeah.
at least a little bit.
And if you forgot to put certain Pokemon in your lineup that had those moves,
Yeah.
you had to go back to the Pokemon
Yep.
Center.
you gotta go train them.
Get that Pokemon
Yep.
out, switch up, fuck up your lineup,
Yep.
then go through what you had to go through.
Yep.
Then go back to another Pokemon Center
Yep.
and re-put in your new like
The fear.
your starting
The fear of having to use repels is just
Repel.
I'm about to die. Repel.
I'm in a new one.
You have one poison Pokemon, a
exact-
Pokemon
Oh,
that's poison,
oh, yeah,
and
and
you're
yeah.
like,
you see
Flashing.
I'm not-
limit, and you're just like I need to make it out of here. Can I just get out of here now?
Super potion.
Yeah.
literally.
Revive,
Listen,
revive.
and you keep going. You know when you know it's over and you keep going in, and you don't want to go in your backpack because you know you have nothing in your bag. You just,
Wait.
until you finally give up and you quit or you let them kill you.
And you
Bro,
see,
it
those
was
moments
rough.
happen because you're grinding, you're playing
Yeah,
like this.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm about to. Okay, all right, cool. I just got to get here and here. I finally figured it out. And then when you get to that cave, you're like this. Oh, shit. Let me
you're
check
too
my
deep.
bag.
But
Let me
you're
check
too
my
deep.
bag.
Yeah,
You
you're
check
too
your
deep.
bag.
You can't
and
go back.
Yeah.
There's
you can't go back.
nothing
You
in
can't
your
go back.
bag.
You don't have fly yet.
Have you? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. But listen, nothing. You look that moment when you look in your bag and there's nothing there. You're like this.
That moment that Curves is talking about is what I want to talk about. That moment of fear of thinking that, okay, my Pokemon are low. I'm almost there. I know the Pokemon Center is on the opposite end of this cave, this last
I
cave.
just got to make it through.
I just got to make it. And then to know you halfway through the cave and you're like, you got Pokemon on E. You might have half of Typhlosion left. The fear in your heart You be using all your super effective moves.
Anxiety.
See, that's the thing. Like you're saying, you're talking about the K, but that like the Elite Four back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's when you really had to make sure you had your shit
Brother,
together.
can I get a minute and 30 real quick?
Yeah.
I want to tell y'all a story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Y'all ever been like in a deep battle with somebody and y'all are going Pokemon for Pokemon and you get to your last Pokemon, but wait, he uses a super effective move. So now you on E and you know this Pokemon not going to make it.
Yep.
So you got to do the old Pokemon shuffle. You got to revive another Pokemon.
Yep.
Oh my
Let
God.
Just
him
for that one to
die.
get a hit.
Just so you can revive him. No. Then you use that revive then you revive something else.
Yep.
And then you
Switch
gotta
him
super him up.
Yeah.
So that way when the next one dies, you got a full stack Pokemon going into it.
Yep.
There is nothing like the anxiety hoping that they don't get the moves off before you do.
That's preach.
Pokemon was stressful. It taught me stressful situations in real life. Still to this day.
Critical
Still
thinking.
to this day.
Those Pokemon games back in the day were some of the hardest video games I've ever played.
Listen, to this day, I said those aren't kids' games.
No.
They're not for children.
Those
Bro,
are puzzle solvings.
You would eventually get to a point where they're like, you need like an access card. And you're like 5 towns over. And there's no indication as to who you're supposed to get the access card from. And then eventually you talk to everybody in every town. You spend hours until eventually some guy goes, hey, I've been waiting for you. What are you looking for? The access card? Yeah, the access card.
Here you go.
You got to listen to the Pokemon radio on a specific day to get this specific flute
It's nighttime,
so you can
it's
wake
not gonna
up
work.
Snorlax.
Oh my
What?
God. And no one tells you anything.
This is before they had you had to actually go buy the guidebook.
The Game Shark.
But do you remember
Bro, I
when
had
they,
to get
they
shot
made that
against-
change where it was like all you had to do was battle, Pokemon reach a certain level, evolve. You need a stone, evolve.
Yeah.
Then they started to get a little freaky. Oh, you need to you have to battle to this point. This Pokemon has to reach this
gotta
level
trade that nigga.
at midnight. You
You
have to
talking
trade
about Umbreon
with
and
bro, Lycanroc. I had to
Lycanroc.
to get the Dusk
Yeah.
Lycanroc.
That's
I had to
different.
battle and make sure I stayed at this level.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had to wait till the sun. So I'm sitting here walking around waiting until it got to a certain point. And I was like, okay, it's dusk now. And dusk only lasts for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Bro, when did they start doing that?
They're nasty.
No, remember
Bro,
you had to start loving Pokemon at a certain
Yeah, love, happiness, all that shit has to.
Bro,
Oh.
I once I had the encyclopedia when I first started playing Pokemon because I didn't even know evolutions.
Yeah.
Right. So I remember opening up this book and sitting there with my Game Boy and being like, "Oh, what's a moonstone? How do I get how do I get a moonstone? Wait, how do I find an electric stone to evolve my Pikachu?" And then I remember going into remember that big building that just had everything.
Oh, snap.
It had everything, literally, like on every floor. It was different things.
Yeah.
Was that Fuchsia? What was that?
I don't know what city it was, but I know exactly what
I
the
know
fuck
you're
he's talking
Shout
about.
out that city, man.
Bro, that was the city you would go to,
City,
and
yeah.
you would just
Shout out
stock
that
up.
city.
And, oh man,
I have a question for you guys. This one just popped up in my head. This is a serious question. You guys need to think about it for a second, or not. Of all, because we've all played, we have hundreds and hundreds, maybe a couple thousand hours of Pokemon. I know for a fact we do. Okay. Who was your ace of all aces? If you think right now, all the Pokemon you've had, all the sweeps you've had, everything, who is your ace of all aces? What Pokemon is that Pokemon for you?
Blaziken.
I knew he was
gonna say that, 'cause that was-
knew it.
Blaziken.
He did damage with him. Blaziken got some bodies on him. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Blaziken. I
Mine's
love
either
Blaziken.
Electivire or a Coolodon recently.
Okay.
Like any Durulodon and a Coolodon, once I picked up Durulodon in the previous game,
Yeah.
I have never lost.
Hell yeah.
Never.
Fred,
That's solid.
what's for you?
That's gonna be Dragonite, bro.
I feel that.
Dragonite is a flex.
Dragonite, that
I feel that. He's beefy. He's tanky.
he did
has
damage,
good special
physical,
attack,
special.
yeah.
All right.
Depending how you.
I want to
you
give
know.
a special shout out to my first ace,
Oh, here we go.
the Red Gyarados.
Yo,
Redix.
I caught that too, bro. Red Gyarados, bro.
One
caught him.
thing I can say for me, the best starter Pokemon is Fire.
All right, let's get into
Wait,
that.
hold on. Ben,
That's the
who's your
best
ace
type.
of all aces?
Ooh, ace of all aces, bro. I definitely was a Blaziken kid. When I grew up, I was rocking with him. I also like some dragon Pokemon.
Yeah, Curtis is that he's like that.
I love Dragon
But
Ball.
bro, when I
love
when I
Dragon
played
Ball.
Emerald, I really liked Reggie Steele.
Wow.
Okay.
I think that is that his name.
Yes.
That-
Yeah, Reggie Steele.
Bro, he would always he would always do
Wow.
work for me for some reason. I remember
Beefy, tanky.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out Scizor, man.
Who's Scissor?
Who'd have thought? Half of my shout out Arcanine. Half of the
Arcanine, yeah.
Arcanine made it on my team.
Yeah, Arcanine.
Baxcalibur.
Yo,
Baxcalibur is
I love Baxcalibur.
man.
And I'm not a
Oh.
big fan of ice Pokemon.
Annihilate.
what are your bro?
Wow.
That's one Curse.
PTSD.
Curse does not want to, bro. My
PTSD.
starting, you guys do not. I've been through hell and back. When I was playing online, I'm trying to tell Curse, and I start playing. I started winning. I'm like, oh shit. I said, okay, now I understand it. Bro. And then I started fine tuning my team. I had a Dragonite. I got rid of him, and then I got a shiny one with the right thing, with the right temperament. You can get. It was very easy to change your temperament in this one. Very easy. Give him a certain candy.
So the one Pokemon that I was like really big, I was like so glad that I got it. The one that looks like Delibird, the metal one.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Fred hates that Pokemon.
Wait, you have him?
Yeah, the one that's ice and water. The one that looks like a robot.
Oh my god. Yo, I don't know what that little fucker is. I don't know if he's steel. I don't know if he's bro. I'd be
he's
panicking.
ice and water. He's ice and water.
I'd be panicking, bro.
I didn't want to say nothing to you, but
I
yeah,
know.
he's ice and water.
Hey, shout out Ninetales, the Lola version.
Yeah, I hate that thing.
I put work in with Ninetales.
It's the what was it? The Aurora Veil.
Aurora Veil, baby. I don't care if you're faster, which is you're probably not gonna be faster, and you're not gonna kill me in one hit. I put that. I'll take it. I put that Aurora Veil up. Yeah, pause. I'll put the Aurora Veil up, bro. You're not gonna kill me with the next hit. I promise you.
Yo, you like melodic?
Milotic.
Milotic?
Oh,
my
Milotic.
Okay.
Bro,
I don't.
yeah.
Oh well, my Milotic was. I think it still is top tier.
It's in my team. It's one
Is
of
it?
it?
Well, I
Yeah,
never
that's
seen your team. When we gonna battle?
We can battle.
All right,
But you got.
I've heard that a few times.
I heard it.
Yeah, you gonna keep.
We
it
got
in there.
smoke. We got smoke.
I'll say it whenever. That don't mean it's gonna happen.
I know.
Next
that-
up.
Brad,
Hey,
Brad,
DDT.
I feel like if you play me, it's gonna be a nightmare for you.
And then
For
Curtis
me?
can get his confidence back, and then
I don't
try
know
to
about
battle
you.
me.
He sounds annoying.
Yeah, we battle you.
Your team sounds like
No,
it's
he's
vaguely
annoying
close to
because I'm annoying.
My T. Curtis created this monster. He's the reason that I have the team that I have.
I have
right
a
now.
dope taste in Pokemon in general, Chris.
it's
So
cool.
most of my Pokemon ended
So
up
do
on
I.
the tier
Fred
list.
sees my shit and he's like this. Who the fuck are those guys?
They look dope fainting.
No,
when we
most
battle.
mine are on the tier list. Ursaring has been one of my top Pokemon since I was a kid. So the fact that there's a Blood Moon one, I was like,
Bring on Blood Moon Ursula. You know how many?
I
of those-
got it.
You know how many That's all they, bro. I was in. You guys don't understand what online is like, bro.
Right.
Their lineups straight.
I know because I'm like 6-4 online.
all right. Let's go into the topics that we do have before we got to get up out of here.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What is the best starter type? What's the best starting type?
Like overall,
Fire.
it's
Fire.
not my favorite.
Fire.
But we all
What's your
have to be-
favorite?
we have to be real. My favorite is water. Water's my favorite starting type. Yeah.
I'm a fire guy. It has
Yeah,
to be fire.
Fire's the best.
I mean, it's
But fire is the strongest.
Charizard, Blaziken.
No, it's
Typhlosion,
Typhlosion, Incineroar. The list goes on and fucking Infernape. Who else?
Blaziken.
Blaziken again. Mega Evolution.
So who's the best? out of
Charizard's
those-
got 2 of them. What's going on?
Fire.
I knew it. Ah.
What's the best fire type?
Huh? The best what?
Fire type.
Fire type.
It's between Charizard and Blaziken.
Iconic wise, the strongest.
Strongest for me. Who's the
Nah.
strongest?
Charizard has to be the strongest. But
He's
Blaziken.
he shook
Are
his
we
head
talking?
no.
Are we talking
Incineroar
about?
and
Are we?
Blaziken.
Are we living in a fantasy world where Pokemon are, or are we talking about strictly like the game right
What about
now?
multiple?
I can see a Incineroar.
Moltres.
Incineroar.
No, we're talking about starters.
Oh, starters. Oh,
Incineroar,
okay. Oh.
bro. Incineroar. He dominated, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
No, he said
Might be-
between Incineroar
Are you
and
talking about in the
Blaziken.
game?
Yeah, I'm saying those are
Yeah.
top two.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Incineroar. It's definitely.
You like Incineroar over Blaziken?
Yeah.
I
like,
don't like
are we
that.
going by facts or by with our heart? We're doing this with our
Facts.
heart. We're going by facts and Incineroar.
I don't think so.
Bro,
It is.
that Lediat. You crazy?
All right.
I'll whoop an Incineroar with a Blaziken.
All right.
Yeah, you didn't be
Legit.
mine.
He's part dark. I did whoop yours.
Wait, what? How you did that? When you did that?
What are you talking about?
Crazy.
All
I haven't
right,
seen
all
him.
right, all right.
Haven't seen him in a while.
Next subject. What was your favorite? Oh, we talked about types going forward, right? Like,
Yeah.
what group was your favorite? What group of stars was your favorite?
My favorite personal blue or the water.
No, like your
No.
favorite
Oh,
starter. Like, what region?
Emerald.
favorite.
Which is Hoenn.
Yeah.
It's-
It's the best one.
It gotta be.
Emerald.
All three were
Emerald.
fire.
Yeah, it's the best
Which one is that?
All-
Oh, that's
Sapphire.
Grovile and
Yeah, it's the Grovile. It's the
yeah.
Grovile,
Nothing touches
Blaziken.
that. So that I have a subtitle, bro. My
I can
team,
make an argument for this new class.
that was on the
No, bro, that Sceptile, Blaziken, and what
Yeah.
was the other one?
Mud-
The water one.
Mudkip.
Mudkip.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Come
God.
on,
Mudkip
bro.
gets- can't get touched.
Swampert.
Come on. Swampert.
Swampert.
Can't
Come
get touched.
on.
That Swampert was a headache.
Come
bro.
on.
I hated Swamp.
Headache.
Come on.
Hated him. Hated him. Hated
Are
him.
you
hated
kidding
him.
me,
The
bro?
fact, you know what's
Hated
funny?
him,
I'm trying to
bro.
get a Swampert right now.
Are you
Swamper's
kidding
nasty.
me?
That's tough.
I gave you a swamp. I gave you a shiny Swampert. I
you
sent you a
did, you
shiny
did.
swamp.
Shiny Mudkip.
I sent him a monkey. I sent him thinking that was gonna get you to battle me, bro.
Once
and
I-
he took that
You know-
shit.
you know what's
And
crazy?
ran off with it and fought the
Can I-
niggas
can I
online
say-
with
can
it
I
with
say
that
something?
shit.
Looks at the top of the tier list.
I have
I'm the
a
number one.
text.
Oh
Listen,
my god! I'm
I
like,
have a
Brad,
text between
what?
me and Brad
Oh
okay.
fuck!
where I asked him, I said, hey, bud. I said, listen,
Hey,
can you
bud.
please send me a Munchlax?
I remember. I had to get.
And he told me he was going to do it, and he never did, and I had to get it.
I was on vacation too.
That doesn't matter. You told me you were going to do it.
I was on vacation
I ain't
too.
gonna lie.
Shout out,
You were in Texas.
Shout out to my wife, man.
You're in Texas.
You're a soldier, and my in-laws.
All right.
Pokemon was going crazy.
So the last question that we did have. All right. So you guys are saying we all have pretty much the same
Yeah.
one. New Hoenn was different.
It's the best.
Yeah.
All right.
Who was the worst?
Oh yes.
The last, I'm pretty sure it was the last starters. Not the
No.
ones that just happened.
No,
So,
the ones from Gigamax. No, yeah, maybe the ones from Gigamax.
I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
So I would probably say, ooh, maybe the ones from Gigamax,
Gigamax was weird.
because it was Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
That's
mind
the
those.
one. That's the one.
No, it's the one with the pig.
No. Nope. Because what's his face is top tier. He's in the tier. What's it called?
Oh,
Yeah, it's the one with the pig.
No, bro. What's his face was?
yeah, Sneevy, Tepig, and Ocelot.
It's hard.
No.
That's
Samurai is. What do you mean?
I had Samurai.
Go to the other one. Who is the other? The one? No, not that one. Go the other way. Shout out Chikorita, man.
Scorbunny is
This one,
Grookey gets buckets, and Scorbunny is nice.
Grookey gets buckets.
And Scorbunny is nice. It has to be that one.
I don't know.
bro.
I for me,
It's tough. They're close.
for me, I'm saying it's that one.
What he's saying?
Yeah,
Black and white.
I think it's the no. Black and white was straight. I love
Black
the
and white is the
What,
pig.
I played black and white. Which
No,
one?
I love Samurai.
He's not all right.
Samurai was fire. Tepig.
I think that's what I think that's what I had.
Sneevy.
What
No,
about
but
the Popolio or whatever?
He's Pope Leo?
Yes,
Pope Leo?
Yeah,
no,
Pope
Pope
Leo.
Leo straight, bro.
straight.
Pope Leo straight,
okay.
bro.
Who was the best water starter?
Mudkip.
We're saying best
Yeah,
Greninja.
Oh, I got Mudkip.
Greninja.
you got Mudkip.
Swampert?
That's it. Yeah, Swampert.
I'm not gonna lie.
probably in reality probably is because I hated fighting him.
He was to me.
I hated
And
fighting.
when I had him, he made the game so easy.
yeah.
Like so easy.
Because there was it was early. There
And,
wasn't a
and
lot
that
of
mega Swampert.
Yeah.
I've never liked a water Pokemon as somebody who's been a fire trainer in every game.
Yeah.
But the one water starter I will get. It's only 3 water Pokemon I'll get. A Gyarados,
You don't
Milotic,
like water Pokemon? Water Pokemon are great, bro.
maybe a Lapras.
I don't like water Pokemon.
Really?
Or
I don't
just
like water Pokemon.
Swampert. Swampert just clears for me every time.
Yeah. I would probably prefer to have a
fragile?
grass in my.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel, you know how you can feel the fragility when you have a Pokemon out? I feel more like loose, like scared when I have a grass Pokemon out, more than water.
Well, they just
Do
seem
you?
more
Yes.
fragile.
Just something
They,
about
both
it's
water
something
and
about
grass
Pokemon.
feel fragile. To
They
me.
do. They
They feel very
Flying.
fragile to me.
Every
They
time,
do.
If I have a flying type, I just know I'm
You
like.
know why? You feel safe because not a lot of
Flying too feels very fragile.
No, you have to think, bro. How many people have
Rock,
thunder?
yeah.
No, like thunder. Correct, lightning Pokemon. There's not a lot of people have lightning Pokemon in their starter. Do you have a lightning Pokemon in your starter? Like a lightning Pokemon?
Am I starting right now?
Are you starting 6?
No, not right now.
You don't. You do?
Yeah.
What Pokemon?
Electrify.
Oh, yeah. But that's just yeah.
that's you.
I'll have something for him. Don't worry.
You think so? So
All right,
you do an
listen,
earthquake.
we're almost out of time. What do you guys want to finish up with?
Favorite Charizard moments.
Favorite Charizard moment. Well, we talked about in the last
I
episode.
think me and
Pokemon,
Fred's are
check
the
it out.
same. Me and
It's the
Fred's the same.
Magmar.
Yeah,
My shit's the Magmar, bro.
yeah, it's a Magmar fight.
I
for
think
sure.
mine has to be in the Orange Isles when he fought that Dragonite.
Yeah. That was gas.
That
Shout
was
out.
a
Yeah, that
fire
was gas.
fight.
That was gas.
Ben,
I said it earlier, but I actually liked when he fought Pikachu when he was against.
Oh, are you talking about at the end when Ash won
the
it all when he
last
fought Leon?
episode?
Yeah.
Yo.
that
oh
was-
wow,
Yeah,
You
that-
just gave me chills, bro.
That fight
I have
had me.
goosebumps.
That
Bro.
fight had me shook.
Bro, that fight was.
I have
Kid,
goosebumps
the
right
kid
now.
was 10 years old for fucking 20 years, man. He finally did it, bro.
Oh, he walked fast as hell.
He
He went through all those regions in 1 year. That's
yeah, bro.
crazy.
He traveled the world 10 years old, bro. What a life.
He had 3 different girlfriends.
Break it down. We don't even really think about it like that. We don't, bro.
He's a womanizer.
Nah.
Bro, he replaced his friends with younger people.
And then he looks at you like this. I'm Ash.
And they're aging.
We're like, what
He's just-
happened to your last friends? What happened to
Yeah.
them? You just dumped them?
replacing
Brock's
people.
little brother had grew up and Ash was still 10. All right.
Yeah, Brock. Listen, Brock couldn't even stand to look at him. Brock was like this every time he pulled up. Brock's like this. Man.
I think that's because Brock was smoking Kush.
Do you remember they replaced him with Tracy and act like we wouldn't notice?
I hated Tracy.
I hate Tracy.
I hate Tracy. Tracy was a piece of shit. There's something about Tracy.
I
I don't know what it
hated
was.
him.
I don't know what. I'm upset that you brought up Tracy, bro.
His whole
I
outfit
hated
was
him.
trash.
I hated Tracy.
Everything about Tracy was just
Hated
He had a
Tracy.
red headband, blue shirt, and green pants.
Hated Tracy.
Get him out of here.
Hated
Listen,
Tracy.
my mind, I was trying to.
Oh my
I'm like, did this
God.
nigga have a headband? When you said, I'm like, oh my god, this nigga really had a headband, bro. I
I
hated that.
hate that guy. And
hated
he
him.
was a bad fighter.
Brock was so cool.
Was he
His,
like-
his battling was ass.
Can I
What was
take-
his goal? To be a Pokemon doctor? Or
Yes.
something like that. And Brock's was to be a breeder. I was like, they copied his style,
Bro.
flow for flow.
But it's not even that, bro. One, Brock was a gym leader. He put work
He
in
was
on
a
Ash.
pseudo
Pseudo,
gym
because his
leader.
daddy was gone.
Yeah.
But listen, not that. You don't remember when Brock used to break that shit down?
Yeah.
No, you guys didn't see. Why he's the only nigga with his
Yeah,
eyes closed.
eyes closed like this.
When when he put fire down
Hey,
to keep
arms,
it from
arms
I'm like,
always
oh,
folded.
Yeah,
when Ash
bro.
was about, he's like this. No,
When he
Ash,
sit like
you don't
this.
understand.
Yeah, bro.
He did this. You have to make sure that Pikachu is, yes, Brock.
Come on, man.
How many
On that-
seasons was, I'm sorry.
I know. I was gonna say.
I was
Yeah.
like, how many seasons was Brock in Pokemon?
A lot. They
Quite
brought
a
him
few.
back. He
Quite
was
a few.
out. He came back. He got the new animation shit, which was weird for a little bit. I don't know. They have some new Pokemon out here. The show's coming out. The guy's supposed to age, or a girl. I don't know who the main character is, but they're saying that they age because, like I said, Ash was 10 for 20 years, so that's not gonna work anymore. That's old.
Pokemon's got some good stuff coming out. ZA looks amazing. So on that note, Fred,
Knox, I'm out.
Casey Silverback, we back. We never left. See y'all next time.
It's your boy Bad Liar. Fire out my mouth like I'm a Charizard.
And that's a
Fire my
fact.
mouth like a Charizard.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching Anime Junkies. Like I'm Charizard. Stay tuned. Coming at you. Peace.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Fire.